Number 3 thing that I want you to know, and under that number 3 thing, I'll tell you something. Non-fruit bearing branches are taken away. Non-fruit bearing branches are taken away. I first of all told you the first thing God does, He gives people warning aforehead. Number 2, He leaves. That means your alignment is gone, your root is gone, without notifying. Number 3 thing is that because you are not bearing fruit and He has removed Himself. The Bible said, Jesus said, people gather you as branches and burn you inside fire. That's why all kinds of afflictions now start happening. All kinds of insult, all kinds of rejection, all kinds of whatever. 3 things under that. Luke 13, 6-9. Luke 13, 6-9. Please listen to this. And he spake this parable. A certain man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came and sought fruit thereon, and found none. Let's go on. Then said he to the dresser, that is the farmer, of his vineyard, behold, these 3 years I come seeking fruit on this fig tree, and find none. Cut it down. Why does he waste the ground? That's what another translation says. Why does he cumber the ground? Go on. And he answering said unto him, Lord, let it alone this year also, till as I dig about it and dung it. That means fertilize it. Go on. And if it bear fruit, well. If not, then after that thou shalt cut it down. Non-fruit bearing branches are cut off. Because it's a product of the fact that you are no longer in the branch. You are no longer in alignment. How can a branch be growing out of the vine? And Jesus is still commanding the branch, abide in me. I don't understand. It looks ambiguous to me. It looks like a paradox. You are already joined to the vine. But Jesus said, this one, you are a living sacrifice. You are joined, you are not joined. You are the one to be looking for fruit, nutrient, water by yourself, and say, please, oh, my own branch, they have not given me water. They have not given me nutrient. They have not given me energy. Then you're not joined to the taproot and say, taproot is not coming. And Jesus, help me. Taproot is not coming, because once the alignment is not properly done by you, God knows you will not produce fruit. It just cut off. Any non-fruit producing branch is cut off. Now, this cutting off, how does it happen? There are 3 ways it happens. Sometimes, number 1, God silences a person. I've watched it in ministry over the years. Over the years. Somebody is reigning, he's singing, he's doing whatever. All of a sudden, some silence just begins. Please be wary when there is silence, even from God to you. Begin to probe. Father of heaven. Because there could still be a solution. There's a lot of silence. You know, some of us can go on with God's silence for about 1 year. You don't do anything about it. Man, you are a dead tree. You must be constantly hearing the voice of the Father over every matter of life. You go on for about 3 months, no major dream, no major revelation. God doesn't do like that. Almost every week, I will have a deep conversation with my daughter. She's sitting down here. I'll just call her. So what is happening? What is going on? How is your life going? If I don't have it, 1 week, 2 weeks, you know you are in certain problem. She will come to me by herself and say, what's going on, Pastor? Why are you silent? Why are you not talking? Because I'm cutting off. That's the reason why I'm silent. Yes. When God is silent, He's cutting off. Don't say the silence of God is good. It's not good. He was always coming in the cool of the day to head down. So why should it be in your own case that 3 months you have not heard from the Lord? No. It's either you're not really praying well, or something has gone wrong. Some of you are not under authority. Nobody is actually leading you. So many of you are hitting too much. You don't condition your spirit, soul, and body to receive from the Lord. He comes in the night, but He talks to you. To you, it looks like blood vision. You know, you wake up, you even forget, because you are hitting a lot. You're in the middle of the night, you're just rolling up and down. Even as you wake up and you say, what did God tell me? It's the freezer you are going to go and take yogurt. He said, one to you, king. If you're king, You have, oh land, if your king eat in the morning, for pleasure, not for strength. We eat for strength, not for pleasure. We don't gouge on food. We don't binge on food. We don't celebrate food. It's not celebratable. And saying it's Christmas, let them eat. For what? Christmas was when God spoke to people. Luke chapter 2. The shepherd that were watching in the field, the angel came and said, we have given birth to Savior, even though we are not supposed to leak the secret, so that you don't go and tell Herod to kill him. But we can't contain this just since you are watching. If you are a watcher, you will be spoken to. But you just use all the Christmas, eat. He said, my brother, my sister, my whatever. You are now enlarging yourself. Before we enter Christmas, you are 70 kg. By the time we are entering the new year, you are 110. You now say the blessing of the Lord maketh rich. I had death, no sorrow. You are speaking, I had death, no sorrow. He said that God said, thou shalt be fat and flourishing, including fatting and begging all around the street. There is a condition of your body that will not make God speak to you. Because he will be speaking, you won't hear. When there is a silence from heaven, or all of a sudden, you used to be somebody operating with 30 members. All of a sudden, they are becoming 25 members. Be worried, be wary. Go before the Lord and cry in repentance. You used to pray 30 minutes before. All of a sudden, you prefer to eat than to pray 5 minutes. Something is going wrong. All of a sudden, there is a silence. Number 2, they begin to ostracize you from the mainstream. They begin to you just begin to discover that important people begin to move away from you. People who carry indelible mark of God on their lives. Paul was spoken to by Jesus when he was in a particular city. He said, Paul, do not keep silence in this city, for I have much people. Now, people who don't love God may not like you, but there will be some people that love God that will be around your life. When you are being cut off from certain individual like that, and they now begin to discover that your life stinks to them, maybe as a result of your pride, or as a result of your not something is going wrong with your life. Because the greatest connection to God are God's anointed people. The greatest connection to God are God's anointed people. The greatest. God's anointed people. They are the greatest connection to God.